Hi, we are from Group 5. Our topic will be fostering a culture of compliance, which is introducing tax education in higher education for better tax knowledge for ACE390 taxation issues. There are 5 members in the group, which is me, Leon Liang Tat, Lim Pei En, Cheng Xia Teck Hai Kwan, and also Fu Yong Teng.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Lim Pei En. In this study, we focus on tertiary students to study the tax education role in promoting tax compliance and financial literacy. Tax is a compulsory financial charge imposed by government organizations to support government spending and fund the projects. It encourages behaviors aligned with government objectives and drives the economic development and public welfare. Evasion is a deliberate non-compliance with tax law through illegal ways. There is estimated 6.34 billion lost to tax evasions in 2024 by IRB. Causes of tax non-compliance include complex tax systems and insufficient tax education. As a result, general public are aware of tax law and leads to unintentional evasions. Tax education is very important and it will ensure and culture a tax compliant society.
For the first part of the literature review, I would like to talk about tax compliance, and it will be the factors influencing tax compliance. First will be personal and social center norms, tax knowledge, perception of fairness, demographic characteristic. For non-compliance charges causes is limited tax knowledge among taxpayers and also inability to meet tax requirement. For tax knowledge and tax awareness, first is the role in tax compliance is awareness acts as an inherent incentive encouraging taxpayers to contribute financial to national growth. Second would be research shows that awareness strongly promotes voluntary compliance. For the third part, it will be tax knowledge towards the culture of compliance. First, it will be influence of tax knowledge on attitudes. First, tax knowledge greatly shapes preference and attitude toward taxes. Second, understanding specific tax regulation directly impacts tax compliance and also perception of fairness, which is people are more likely to comply with tax regulation if they perceive the tax system as fair. Fourth will be tax compliance towards tax attitude. Impact on taxpayer behavior attitudes influence whether taxpayers approach the obligation positively or negatively. Second will be a positive attitude often leads to better compliance and awareness. For the last part of the literature review, will be tax learning and tax education. The benefit of tax education is it enhances taxpayers' knowledge about taxation, promotes public awareness of the purpose and role of tax collection for the country. Third will be deepens the understanding of taxpayers' responsibilities. And also the perception of tax education is the first one is taxpayer high value RMBM's tax education seminar, and so many taxpayers implement the knowledge acquired through the seminar.
Hi, my name is Yong Teng and I would like to talk about the methodology. This study is carried out to investigate the role that the tax education plays in fostering a more informed and compliant society. Quantitative research is conducted via a Google Form online survey to align with the objective. The questionnaire is randomly distributed to a sample size of 120 respondents in order to gather the numerical data from their perspective as the binary data used in the data analysis. Besides that, the data are analyzed by using the SPSS software to compute the statistical distribution of the data. The examination of the collected data with SPSS software may provide the result of the significant level of between the independent variables and also the dependent variables that in statistical figures. Next, I would like to talk about the Google Form survey. The Google Form survey is structured into 4 distinct sessions to gather essential information on 120 respondents. Firstly is demographics, second tax awareness, third source of tax information, and lastly is the preference on tax information. First, for the demographic data is evaluated using a nominal scale. Additionally, certain variables are measured using interval scales, where respondents indicate their level of agreement or disagreement, which is statement on a 5-point Likert scale, which 1 equal to very low and 5 equal to very high. Meanwhile, secondary data, including information from the internet, search engine, journal articles, and various universal publications, is utilized in this study to supplement the data and support the findings.
In terms of gender distribution, there are 59 females and 61 male. Regarding age group, 70% of the respondents fall within the 21 to 23 years old category, followed by 23 to 24 years old at 15.8%, 18 to 20 years old at 9.2%, and a smaller percentage aged 25 to 27 years old, and only one respondent falls into the others category. In terms of educational level, most respondents hold a bachelor degree, while smaller group have STPN qualification or lower and a diploma or equivalent, and a very small proportion have a master degree. Among female respondents, 25% rated test knowledge as very important, while 14.17% rated it as important. A smaller percentage viewed it as not important, while for the male respondent, 19.16% rated test knowledge as very important and 25% rated it as important. Overall, both gender lean towards higher level of importance. In terms of age, respondents aged 31 to 22 years old form the largest group, rating test knowledge as very important and important. Respondents aged 23 to 24 years old with 7.5% indicating a very important level and 6.67% indicating important. And the youngest group, which is 18 to 20 years old, and the oldest group, which is 25 to 27 years old, had smaller percentage rating it as important or very important. And for the respondent with a bachelor degree, makes up the majority across all the importance level, with 39.17% rating test knowledge as very important and 34.17% as important. Meanwhile, respondent with STPN qualification or lower and diploma or equivalent show limited representation, with only a small proportion rating test knowledge as important or very important. And among those with a master's degree, only 1.67% rated test knowledge as very important.
Table 3 summarizes the responses on tax awareness using a 5-point scale. Tax knowledge is considered essential for higher education students, which got the mean 4.23 and p-value less than 0.001. Respondents show moderate familiarity with tax topic, with the mean is 3.74 and p-value also less than 0.001, and believe tax education improve awareness and compliance, which get the mean is 4.18. They also agree it promote financial responsibility in young professionals, which the mean is 4.27 and all the p-value is less than 0.001. These findings support hypothesis H1, H2, and H3. Table 4 outlines priority for tax education topics. Tax basics and principle is a top priority, which is 86.7%, followed by tax filing and compliance 70%. Tax planning and saving strategy ranked third, which is 63%, while ethical consideration in taxation is 43%, and tax implication of business decision is 38.3%, are less emphasized. The founding is suggest focusing on foundational knowledge and compliance with planning, ethics, and business-related aspects as secondary topic. Table 5 highlights topics most beneficial for students in a tax education program. Personal income taxes is the top priority, 90.8%, followed by understanding the basics of tax deduction and credit, 60%. Company tax ranks the third, which is 39.2%, and real property gain tax RPGT is 32.5%. It's deemed the least critical. The data suggests focusing on personal income tax and deduction or credit, while including company tax and RPGT for a well-rounded curriculum. Table 6 highlight preferred format for tax education delivery. Bachelor ranks highest, which is 32.5%, showing strong support for traditional instructor lead method. Online module follow 27.5%, reflecting interest in flexible, self-paced learning. Workshop ranked the third, which is 18.3%, value for their interactive approach. Case study and session with tax professional type for top, which is 10.8%, offering practical real-world insight. The finding suggests prioritize the lecturer and online module while using workshop and expert lead formats as complementary method. Table 7 outlines challenges in offering tax education courses in higher education. The top concern is low student interest, which is 74.2%, followed by insufficient resource 55%, and the complexity of tax law is 41.7%. These challenges suggest the need for strategy to enhance engagement, provide adequate teaching material, and simplify complex tax concepts to improve the course effectively.
In conclusion, inclusion of tax education into the curricula of higher learning solving the tax education issue as it prepares the society to solve the increasing complexity of the tax system. Future taxpayers will also be educated with a sense of responsibility and accountability. Cultivating good tax knowledge in students enables institutions to discharge relevant statutory tax obligations and minimize the non-compliance. Moreover, while tax systems are undergoing transformations in digital world, those who will have current tax knowledge will be in good place to embrace the technological interventions such as the e-filing system. Incorporations of tax educations in each higher learning institution address effectively assessing shortcomings in financial literacy and tax system. It educates students that their duties to be responsible citizens include paying tax and at the same time indirectly influence the ethics of the future generation.
I would like to say thank you from Group 5.